Hi. So I just shared with you a bunch of things on my stories in terms of like spending. So I'm gonna just like kind of recap a little bit about this because I do have my videos on YouTube as well. Excuse me. And not all my followers on YouTube follow me on Instagram. So before I got sick, I asked everybody in my stories how they felt about spending. Hi, Courtney. Felt about spending in terms of like things they need, right? Like clothing, toothbrush, and all, and like those basic necessities. How, you feel about spending. Sorry, I got distracted. I got a text message. How you feel about spending when it comes to things you desire, like, so back to clothing and shoes and all those things. And then we looked at bills, and also how it feels like when things go up, the price goes up, like the price of electricity goes up, the price of gas goes up. What happens then? What happens, how you feel about spending when you go out for the night or on travel. And then when it becomes more expensive than what you budgeted, and how does that feel? So I really dove into this in my stories before I got sick. And I got a mix of responses. There's like people who felt guilty, felt anxious in regards to spending. Some people felt stressed. There was other people that, felt good, like they felt good about certain spending, and they're just like, yeah, this is all good for me. And then those other people were neutral. It was like, kind of like, it is what it is. This is the cost of living. And so whichever place you land, the whole idea of these questions was to have you reflect for yourself, for you to realize and recognize where you are at when it comes to spending. Because sometimes those emotions when we spend, whether they are the good, the neutral, or the not so good, it can be subconscious, or it's not always in our awareness. And if you desire to shift your relationship with money, recognition is like the basic step, and it is it is part of that foundation, shifting that relationship of how you feel about money. And so when you look at spending, for example, I'm just gonna I'm making bagels at the same time. When you look at spending and you're looking at those emotions, you want to understand them and you want to see what they're telling you. Now, if you feel good about it, that's great. If you feel neutral, that is also good. Maybe if you are in that place of neutrality, how can you shift it to feeling good about it? Maybe play around with that. If you are unsure of how you feel about certain ways of spending, that's okay as well. Maybe it is not meant for you to analyze in this very moment in time, and that's cool too. And then if you feel like anxious, stress, bad, not worthy, lean into those emotions and lean in to see what are they telling you and why do you feel bad. And sometimes I find is that if you go back into the past and you look at where it stems from. So looking at, your childhood, for example, how did you view money as a kid? What were the stories you were told? How did your parents deal with money? How did your grandparents deal with money? How, did the people around you view money? And then that is one aspect to take, and then bring it to the present and look at the people around you now, how they view money. And who are you surrounded by? Because sometimes we just pick up other people's views that are not necessarily ours and that they don't belong to us. And so, are you surrounded with a lot of people that the minute the gas price goes up, everybody's like, ugh, which I think right now, 90%, I would say maybe 99% of people feels this way. But this is just a way for you to begin to just observe your surroundings, observe your environment, on how others view money and where are you taking that in yourself. And so that is kind of one step to start looking at this process of spending. Now, when we talk about spending money, I'm not here to tell you that you need to spend a shit ton to heal your relationship. it is not the amount that matters at the end of the day. It is not the amount that you spend, not the amount that you receive. It is not, like if you are like a business owner, it does not have anything to do with like the pricing of what you price your services. It is how you feel about that money, how you feel about spending, how you feel about receiving. It is how you feel about that number. And it is like looking at that versus looking at the amount, because you can spend $10 on a rug and feel absolutely abundant, and you believe that it is the most beautiful rug you've ever seen and that you would love to have it. But you can also feel absolutely abundant by spending $1,000 on a rug, and it is the most absolutely beautiful thing you have and you love it. At the end of the day, it has nothing to do with the number, but it is you being okay with whatever it is, that amount you are spending, whether it's a low or a high number. Does that make sense? Thank you. And so I really wanted to hone in on that, because this is how you heal your money relationship. When you look at things on sale, for example, like, do you view it of like, oh, it's on sale, like this is why I'm buying it? Or do you go to the store and you're like, oh my God, this top is so beautiful, and you look and you're like, bonus, it's on sale on top of it, and they're like, thank you, universe, I'm grateful for that. So it is these tiny little shifts when we view spending that shifts us from that lack to that gratitude, versus like, kind of like staying in that lack, staying in that place of, like not feeling good about spending, staying in the place where it feels icky. And the other thing is that I'm going to say, when there is lack present, abundance is present as well. So it is both are like in the same place at the same time, in the same timeline. One cannot exist without the other. And so when you see yourself shift into a place of lack, look at where's the abundance. Or when you see yourself see in a place of like stress and anxiety and guilt, where's the feeling good? Where is the feeling gratitude? Where's that point where it feels amazing? Because we can just get suckered in, right? Like, we've been taught by society that, like bills are bad, or that, like kind of like that, having bills is a bad thing, having debt is a bad thing. But is it really? Like, do we really need to view it that way? Like, bills allows us to like have a home. It allows us to be able to drive from point A to point B. It allows us to have like electricity. But if we continue always viewing it as something bad or something negative, then this is where like we're always going to have that relationship when it comes to spending money on bills. So you choose if you want to, view bills as paying bills as a bad thing or a negative thing or a stressful thing, then you can have that. I'm not saying you need to change that, but if you want to have those emotions towards it, then you can. But if you desire to shift that and you're saying, no, I am tired, I'm sick and tired of feeling anxious, I'm sick and tired of feeling bad about things, I'm sick and tired of feeling stress and all those things, then this is where you can shift and look at, what are these bills bringing you? What is it that the things you are spending your money is bringing in, like in your life? And, even look at what can you eliminate? If something is not bringing you joy that you're spending your money on, can you eliminate? Is it possible for you to remove it from your life? And if it's not, then find the gratitude in it. Find to see like what it brings you, because it does bring you something, and it does allow you to live some sort of life. So looking at that. So anyways, I kind of like went off a ramble here, but I'm just going to like pause here and leave it at that. Let me know what your thoughts are. Kind of threw a lot at you from like different points of views, different theories. And yeah, so if you like this video, please share, comment. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And then tomorrow or Saturday, I am going to be talking about in my stories on Instagram about my money program. So if this is something you are interested, just follow me on Instagram if you're watching this on YouTube, Julie's Unknown. And if you do follow me on Instagram, then just check my stories tomorrow or Saturday. I'm not sure. I'll see which day feels right. And I'm just going to give information about what it is, and then how you can be part of it. Okay, so that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll speak to you guys tomorrow.